Hey Canucks fans, we know that the team will be allowed to carry extra players on their roster if and when the NHL returns to play. So let's try and guess who those players will be. I'm Clay Emo, I'm at Canuck Clay on Twitter, I'm at Clay Emo on Instagram, I'm the founder of the GLCPC, the Good Looking Canucks Positivity Club, and it's my Canucks take, all in one take. It's Clay's Canucks commentary for Friday, May the 29th. This is where you get Canucks insight that's positive and timely. So part of this return to play plan that the NHL released on Tuesday, they talk about expanded rosters because there's kind of like a mini training camp or a full training camp and then getting right into the swing of things. So they're going to allow the rosters to be expanded more than the typical 23-man roster, because generally you can have 21 skaters and then 2 goaltenders, and then generally you can only dress 18 skaters. So that's why if everyone's healthy, you have basically 3 healthy scratches for any given time. Now, the NHL is going to give teams an opportunity to expand the roster to 28 skaters and unlimited goaltenders. So again, 28 skaters and unlimited goaltenders. So today, I want to delve into who I think it might be for the Vancouver Canucks. And of course, under the big caveat of if and when the NHL returns to play. Goaltenders, that's easy. That's unlimited. So that's Jacob Markstrom. That is Thatcher Demko. Then that is Mikey DiPietro and likely Louis Domingue. And I think with those 4, that should be enough. Like, God forbid you get, Markstrom or Demko gets hurt, but I don't think you're going to get to your 4th string goalie, especially if you don't last that long in the qualifying round or the playoffs itself. So I think those are the four goalies we are looking at. Again, Markstrom and Demko, who will carry the lion's share of the work. And then from a backup emergency perspective only, then you could go Mikey DiPietro and then Louis Domingue. Okay, so that's who we're looking at for the goaltenders. That's easy. Let's talk about the skaters. 28 skaters. We're basically adding 5 guys because even when you include Josh Leivo and Michael Furlan, there are 23 skaters that are available to the Canucks on contracts with the team. So that's obviously our big 6, Pettersson, Miller, Toffoli, Besser, Horvat, and Pearson. Then you add the bottom 6 guys that were playing: Gaudette, Virtanen, Roussel, Beagle, Mott, Sutter. So there's 12 already. Then you have Zach McEwen and Louis Eriksson, who are still on the big rosters that now are up to 14. Add in Josh Leivo and Michael Furlan. They may or may not play, but they'll be part of that roster. So now we're already up to 16 forwards there. Then you add the 7D: Hughes, Myers, Edler, Tanev, Ben, Fantenberg, Stetcher. So 16 forwards, 7D. There's 23 roster spots already, so 28's the maximum, so we have room for 5. These are the guys that I think the Canucks should consider. I won't give a complete 5. I'll give about 7 or 8 options. So let's start on D. We only have 7D right now. We probably want to bump that up to about 10 or 11. So I think the guys that will get a shot are Brogan Rafferty. He got a couple games at the end of the season last year, and everyone's talking about how he's going to be part of the team next year. And remember, when I'm naming these 5 guys, there's a chance that none of these guys will get game action, right? Because we already had 4 extra forwards that I talked about. We already had 1 extra D-man. So maybe when you say it like that, maybe you might tap into these D-men. And of course, injuries could happen to anyone at any position. So having said all that, I think you bring Brogan Rafferty up. We're talking about him getting ready for next year, being a part of our team on the right side next year. So why not bring him up for this experience this season? I would bring up Ashton Sautner. He can play both sides. He's 26 years old. He's a good veteran. He was a good veteran for Utica this season. So I'd bring up Ashton Sautner as well because I think he actually played. I'm just looking at the stats right now. He actually played. He only played 1 game for the Canucks this season, but he has played for the Canucks. And I would bring up Guillaume Brisebois as well. I can never say that guy's name properly. Guillaume Brisebois. I would bring him up as well. Try saying "bring" after Brisebois. It's quite tough actually. See, I can't even say anything. I can't even see the word "quite." So that's what I would do for D. I'd bring up Rafferty. I'd bring up Sautner. I'd bring up Brisebois. Bring and Brisebois is the hardest thing to say. I should practice that next time. So those are the 3 D-men I would bring up. Outside shot for Jalen Chatfield. Outside shot for Olli Juolevi. But no, I'm going with those 3. Rafferty, Sautner, and Brisebois. Then for forwards. Now that only leaves 2 spots, but that's fine because we have 16 forwards that I named. So then if we bring up 2 forwards, it would be 18 forwards, 10D. That sounds about right. So I would look at these 3 or 4 guys. I would definitely look at Justin Bailey. He only played 2 games with the Canucks this season, and he didn't actually show that well, but I think he's got an energy guy. He's a good skater. You could play him for limited minutes if you can as an energy guy on the third or fourth line, probably the fourth line. So I would consider Justin Bailey. I would definitely consider Tyler Gravac. He actually played 8 games for the Canucks this season. Believe it or not, a very quiet 8 games, and he plays center. So behind Pedersen, Horvat, Gaudette, Sutter, and Beagle, do you want extra insurance at center? So you could look at Tyler Gravac as well. You could look at Reed Boucher, who every season or two it seems like he gets a sniff with the team and then goes back down. So he's awesome in the AHL, but then he's not so good in the NHL. But that's, I guess, why he's in the AHL, right? So you look at Reed Boucher. And then outside wild card, do you look at Sven Berchie? We've talked about him quite a bit this year. He's requested a trade. He doesn't seem to be in the Canucks good books anymore. So do you bring him up? Because at least that's an NHL veteran. And maybe maybe it's worth a shot to bring him up, and who knows, like I said, he might not get into any game action, but if you hard pressed and you needed a guy who was healthy to fill in a top 9 role, Berchie's actually probably the best fit of Bailey and Gravac and Boucher. But is he enough gas in the tank? Is there enough there where he would make an impact on our team? So there's 4 forwards that you'd have to choose at 3. Goodobin, I don't think so. I don't even know how that worked because I know he's going to leave for the KHL. I don't know if they can even bring him up, but I wouldn't bring Goodobin up. There's too many players that are better than him, ahead of him. So those are kind of the 4 forwards I look at. You could look at Perron. You could look at other guys, but I would choose 3 of the 4 of Boucher, Gravac, Bailey, and Berchie. So 3 of those 4 plus the 3D of Rafferty, Sautner, and Brisebois, and there you have you have some choices there where you bring up. No, I said 3 of the 4. You can bring up 2 of the 4 for the forwards because we're looking at 5 total. So I'm bringing up the 3D and I'm bringing up 2 forwards, and the forwards you would choose from would be, like I said, Berchie, Gravac, Boucher, and Bailey. A bunch of B's there: Bailey, Boucher, Berchie, and Gravac. So there you go. You choose 2 of those 4 forwards to make it a total of 18 forwards. You choose 3D, the 3D that I laid out, outside Chancellor Chatfield and Ulevi, and that brings you up to 10D. So basically, my full expanded roster for the Vancouver Canucks, 28-man, would look like this. Starting from the goaltending out, I would have Markstrom, Demko, DiPietro, and Domingue. Then on D, 10 defensemen: Hughes, Tanev, Edler, Myers, Stetcher, Ben, Fantenberg, Brisebois, Sautner, and Rafferty. And then up front, 18 forwards. You have Miller, Pedersen, Toffoli, Besser, Horvat, Pearson, Gaudette, Virtanen, Roussel, Sutter, Mott, Beagle, McEwen, Eriksson, Levo, Ferland. And then if I had to pick 2, I'm going Bailey and Gravac ahead of Berchie and Boucher. But that's what I want to talk to you guys about. So there we go. There's my 28-man, technically my 32-man roster when you add in the 4 goalies who are unlimited. So that's what I have for you today. I would love to know what you think. Who would you put in? So let's start from the same spot. Well, let's presume that it's those 16 forwards that I talked about. We include Levo and Ferland in there. It's those 7 D-men that have been with the team all year. And then, so that's 23 spots. So remember, we have 5 spots to get to that 28-man roster. Don't worry about the goalies in that allocation. So do you agree with my picks? Do you agree that it should be 3D and 3D and 2 forwards to bring it up to 18 forwards, 10D? Or would you actually do 19 and 9 split? Would you somehow do a 17 and 11 split, which seems kind of disproportionate? So yeah, I'm bringing up Rafferty, Brisebois, and Sautner. What do you think of that? Do you think we should give Chatfield and Ulevi more love? And on the forward side, I'm bringing up Justin Bailey and Tyler Gravac, and then I have Berchie and Boucher as my outside shots as well. So do you like that mix of 2 more forwards, 3 more D to bring you up to an 18-10 split? And then goaltenders. Is there any other goaltender you bring up? You can bring up unlimited, so you can have more, but then you got to think of practicing and all that kind of thing, and taking up space, quite frankly. So are you fine with bringing up 2 guys behind Markstrom and Demko? And in my eyes, that would be obviously DiPietro and Domingue. More alliteration there: Demko, DiPietro, and Domingue. So the 3Ds there. So let me know what you think. Leave a comment below. The question of the day, I guess, would be, what would your 28-man roster look like? And don't bother listing out the 23 guys that are already up here. Just talk about the 5 guys that you would bring up from Utica. I'd love to know what you think, and we can chat from there. So leave a comment below. I love to read, react, and reply as always. Subscribe if you like to. Like this video if you like to. Stay safe, stay healthy, take care of yourselves, and take care of each other. God bless, and go Canucks go.